Olá pessoal, para jogar mais um pouquinho de Metaphor. É difícil. Queria comentar uma coisa com vocês sobre o Assassin's Creed Shadows. Não, eu não vou trazer para o canal, pelo menos não agora. Desse um dia, talvez um dia eu jogo Assassin's Creed Shadows. É só a cena, eu gostava de ver o jogo antes de jogar, de ver coisas, só que ninguém está a jogar o jogo. Pelo menos ninguém dos youtubers consigo estar a jogar o jogo. Com o Carnage começou a jogar, cansou-se do jogo, ou seja, foda-se. O Alan só que fez 2 vídeos, cansou-se. O Rick está a jogar, mas está a jogar muito devagar. Ou seja, está fluido. Não sei. Mas vocês não estão aqui para isso, vocês estão aqui para Metaphor, então bora lá para essa. Deixa abrir só aqui o guia que eu esqueci-me genuinamente de abrir o caralho do guia. Estou. Ok, nós temos feito as compras, vamos fazer a cena, vamos passar o tempo. Passando o tempo, o guia recomenda que vamos nos sentar e ver coisa. Pass the time, it's recommended to increase your wisdom at the bench chest east of Rita like on Magic Association. This is needed to unlock another quest later on. Isso. É isso, exatamente o que vamos fazer.
Let's go.
Stop that at once.
O jogo que eu depois planei fazer, a cena que eu estou a fazer aqui com este vai ser o Yakuza 8. Why not take a breather? There's a nice view and it's important to stop and smell the roses, you know? Besides, watching the people in Grand Rat live might broaden your horizons. It's going to take some time, so if you have...
Okay. Whoa.
The streets are packed, but at least it's not as huge a crowd as the royal funeral had. Such are the bunch of nobles on the main street and grounds the grand cathedral. I see some Clamar, Rogue, and even some Ishkia. But if you head to the back streets, you'll see more Peribus. Guess that's what the class divide looks like. And then there's you, the only elder in town. It's crazy how people will say the most vile things right to your face.
Listen.
It doesn't really bother me. That's very strong of you, but if anything does get under your skin, make sure you speak up. Let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
Well,
Personally, I don't see much difference among the tribes, but I bet a lot of people would disagree with me there.
All right.
Já tá aqui, pronto, ok. Vamos a tirar a informação. Confirmar aqui no guia, né? Antes que eu faça merda. Qual é que é? Qual é que é? Esta.
Just between us.
As a stall at the market in front of Grand Cathedral that sells redgrass. You know, the herb that Fabienne uses in a certain dish of hers. Matter of fact, redgrass originates from the region where you'll also find Fabienne's hometown. It's not that far from Grand Trat, but the herb is difficult to find here. For that reason, the shop owner only sells to his trusted regulars. Any stranger who tries to buy it will likely get snooped away. But you're no stranger, are you? You've already known Fabienne, of course, and you're also an acquaintance of Gria's. So if that's what you're after, try mentioning him to the shopkeep. Get on that list of regulars of his, and you'll be able to obtain a very valuable ingredient. Agora vamos comprar o coisa. Precisamos, o ingrediente que precisamos.
Let's go.
E coisa.
Hang on a minute, you. What is it?
Oh, and held with a ferry in tow, and not uneducated by the looks of it. I'm a traveler, you see, as well as a student. I consider it my mission in life to impart what I've learned to others. We both have to have some basic knowledge of this country. What's you studying under my tutelage? Well, how rude, though it wouldn't hurt to learn a thing or two. Do we listen to what he has to say?
If that's what
Let's see what he's got. Very well, permit me to inform you of some of the fundamental aspects of this country. How can such fresh meat be available in the heart of a city? What magic is this? What igniter? The royal capital casts quite a spell indeed. Are you ready then? Think of this marketplace as a microsome of the suzerain state of Cronia, of which Grand Trad is its capital. Take the fish being sold here, for example. They've been sent from Brilhaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania, which is one of the countries annexed to Uchronia. Oceania is surrounded by sea, and its capital, Brilhaven, is the biggest port city on the continent. Vegetables largely come from the Principality of Montario, another country annexed by Uchronia. Its capital is Altabari. Both countries, Oceania and Montario, lost the Annex War, and here we are. The war is a lengthy lecture in itself, so I'll save it for next time. For now, remember the names of the annexed countries, and we'll call that at a job well done. Now, being here makes one somewhat peckish, does it not? You must be hungry, given all the brain work you're likely accustomed to. I know. There's a food I like. I come across it on my travels. I forgot I brought some. I'll share one with you. Oh, hello, you two. Do you remember the names of the countries and capitals I taught you last time? It's basic knowledge, but all the more reason it doesn't hurt to know it. If you're going to live in this country, you better know what you need to know. Deixa eu só fazer uma coisa. Ok. Desculpa pelo corte esquisito, eu estava só a ver uma cena. Porque eu não sei se alguma vez contei-vos esta história, provavelmente. Deixa só. You interested in these herbs here? Sorry, but I do not sell to my regulars. Do you know Grias? Grias? Don't tell me. Are you the one who's been hanging around the honeybee lately? One of his friends, truly? I come from the same town as Fabienne, so Grias and I met a long time ago. The man helped me countless times. Was quite sad to hear of his passing, though I think that deep down I always knew that things with him would end like this. Anyway, I could possibly turn away a friend of Grias, so were you looking for some of my red grass? Buy as much as you like. It's 150 reef a piece, or 4 or 500 reef. Só quero preciso. If you try to talk to her, he won't. Eu acho que só preciso de uma. Vou comprar só essa foto. I'm buying it, alright. Peace. Ok. Agora vamos ao Honeybee, né? Help Fabienne cook. Talk to Fabienne in a hashtag bean. Cook some red cross beetle. You will need the ingredients purchased earlier to make these dishes. The ingredients at the inn are reserved to customers only. Then helping Fabienne and the time up. Right. Let's go. Go, let's go, date go.
Let's go.
Quem sabe referência. Go, let's go, date go.
Yeah.
Guess that night looks like it's going to be another hectic one. If you're free, could you lend me a hand with preparing the food? It seems like Fabienne's having she's done a lot for us, so at least we could do is return the favor and help her out, and we can. That reminds me, there was someone who wanted to know what it's like helping with the cooking here. We could knock out tumors with one stone. Help her cook some red grass roasted pig waste. Need to do this, but to tell you to make these dishes.
You're a big help.
Looks like we have all the right ingredients to make red grass roasted pig. Let's get you prepped and into the kitchen, shall we?
Next up is...
Let's see here. A red grass roast, right? No problem. Fabienne taught us all the ins and outs of this recipe.
Oh, right!
Oh, how about we make a few tweaks to the dish while we're at it? Let's make it spicier.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sure, it's just us eating it, so we may as well go all out. Kelly and I poured our hearts into the preparation. Even the smell is making my eyes sting.
Kinda weird.
Fabienne ended up having to cook the dish herself. I'm grateful to her, but I also feel bad for giving her more work to do. Picking out didn't go very well, but I feel my tolerance improved a little.
Alright.
Okay. Thank you. Continue to help out the night or write someone. See.
Time
Marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. That necromancer mentioned the day of calamity, pretty ominous, but what does it even mean? Wizards or not, it was the necromancer who committed those acts of brutality witnessed at the royal funeral. He undoubtedly prepares more of the same. Well, we're going to put a stop to that corpse-robbing bastard before that happens. If the state army can't handle him, then it falls to us to do it. The day of calamity we were warned about is just 9 days away. We need to stop the necromancer before then.
We're all set.
Vamos concluir a missão. Let me just read the thing here. After completing the previous quest, repeat. Okay.
What's happened? What's happened?
Só tenho às vezes ver aqui as cenas. Deixa gravar.
What
A
now?
coisa que também disse sempre fazer é gravar. Quando se passa um dia neste jogo, porque cada dia é importante. Ok.
Alright then. Let's go.
What's happened?
Have you perhaps helped out the hushed honeybee? Please tell me what was it? What it was like there. So the honeybees cooking. I recounted to him the full story of my time as a steward's chef. I see, so it's all the preparation. If I'm hearing you right, it sounds as though Miss Fabienne is rather particular about the ingredients she uses. The red grass you mentioned, not just anyone can get their hands on that here, can they? I knew she was no ordinary innkeeper, as I believe I mentioned the place I work serves high-class clientele, and the head chef, not to mention the customers, put too much emphasis on tribe. Just being an idiot, I get a cold shoulder from Clamar and rogue nobles in particular, to be expected in society as it stands today. The head chef doesn't want people like that to even see me holding a knife, probably why he sticks me with all the busy work and chores. I suppose I should be grateful I have a job at all, honestly, but still there are a lot of days when I question why I'm putting up with any of this. So I just wanted confirmation of a simple fact. I think I've always known to be true, that the skill of a chef has nothing to do with one's tribe. Hearing about the hushed honeybee has renewed my inspiration to keep cooking. I don't know where it'll take me, but I'm ready to throw myself into the proverbial frying pan. Oh, and of course, I need to thank you properly for what you've done. Here, take this as a token of my gratitude.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Now then.
Wisdom. 'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with the knowledge to discern truth from falsehood. The conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. For better or worse, we've learned a lot about this country's attitudes toward different tribes. Who knew prejudice could even extend to cooking? But it's a heartening thing to know people are working to make it better, so we've got to keep up with our own fight too.
What on earth are you doing? Thank you much.
Thanks to you, I've gained valuable knowledge about the hushed honeybees cooking. Thank you so much. I'm going to start making dishes behind the chef's back, and someday I'll shock the world with my culinary skills. Okay. Mission accomplished. Couple. Would be the next phase with my heaven. Can now head for you and accept complete so notes with to offer us to purify equipment and charge. Make sure to purify equipment before doing. But I shall we do the other? It will be the strongest weapon for the man, so if you do it, just doing up. And then if you are alive, rather. Okay. Let's go.
Alright then. Let's head there right away.
Agora já posso purificar as armas. Indignation. Dá pra gente comprar.
Alright.
Maybe I haven't bought it. Let me
What now?
see. Soldier's Legacy Innocent Soul Fairy Saber. Dragon's Indignation. Se for tipo tiverem a vender aí em algum lugar. Deixa eu ver.
Alright then.
Ou será que Dragon's Indignation é depois da luta da
What now?
acho que não é? Holy Howler Heartbird, depois não é.
Alright then.
Vou ter que ver se vende.
Let's go.
Eu tenho um Dragons, mas não é Dragon's Indignation, é Dragon's
Oh,
Legacy qualquer. Pois.
Alright then.
Eu vou supor que ele aqui no guia enganou-se e não é Dragon's Indignation, mas sim Dragons, foda-se, o Dragons. O Dragon's Judgment. Acho que é isso. Bucket. Purify. Last Power. All Power of Kings. Ok, agora.
What now?
Vou aceitar a quest. Fachada. Fachada era brasileiro. Para Luxury. Vamos fazer a quest, né? O Polish Embargo. You can take out this quest. You need to have at least wisdom 2. The best way to do this is by spending the day raising your wisdom and bench just followed by spending the night completing the help of a study side quest. Once you have wisdom 2, you can talk to Rogita to initiate this quest. When you're ready, exit the city gates to travel to the Balia corridor.
You.
I remember you, Elda. Seems I was right about you not being a local. I've heard the rumors. My sources suggest you and Krios were working together. Huh? How did you know that? I own a magic igniter shop, and I do have some sway with the residents of Sunshade Row. But you needn't worry, I've no intention of turning you in. In exchange for my discretion, though, for lack of a better word, would you be willing to do a job for me? What job? A dangerous one, shall we say. I imagine a colleague of Krios would likely have the skill and discretion required. However, perhaps I'd better look elsewhere. Didn't realize how young you are on first glance. Prefer to work with someone who already understands how the world works to some degree. Too much risk otherwise. Don't want your death on my conscience. This lady owns the igniter shop, right? Bet the pay would be decent. Might be worth taking the job if it's nothing too crazy. At least describe the job. If I put my
Yes.
Well, I suppose you really are more than you seem. I certainly can't imagine Grias would have worked with if any normal child. Glad to hear it. Now I'd like to see what you're made of.
Allow me me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brigitte. I run this shop and manage trade of magic igniters. This is your first time in Grand Trad, you mentioned. Then, what do you think of magic igniters?
They're not really necessary.
Well, well. You say that with such confidence. Interesting. All right, next. Are you good at keeping secrets?
I'm afraid that's a secret.
Are you trying to be funny? At least you're not short on nerve. Then, I have one last question. Do you believe in God?
I shouldn't say it here.
A religion you can't talk about? At the very least, it sounds like you're not a follower of Sanctism. Good enough. Keep your secrets if you like. Yes. I think there's potential in you. I'd like to ask you to handle an extermination mission. You're fit for the task. The fact is, our trade route for Ignitus has been, shall we say, compromised. A local monster's apparently made the place its feeding grounds. Evidence suggests its actual nest is near the place I personally checked out. I want you to go there, find it, and exterminate it.
Wait, hold on just a moment. You're asking us to handle something so important? Is that even okay?
I'm asking you precisely because it's so important. There are reasons I'd rather not bring this to the guard. I usually prefer discretion with these sorts of things anyway. Especially with groups like them. But if Grius trusts you, then I certainly can.
How are you connected with Grius?
I hardly think that bears discussion right now.
What do you think? It does seem like she could use the help, but...
You will be compensated, of course, and generously. There's also the option of discounts on my stock, if that appeals. Additionally, rumor has it there's even treasure to be found at the monster nest. I'd say the potential rewards are a fair match for the risk.
It's a strange request, but someone connected to Greece probably wouldn't try to trick us. Doesn't seem like a bad deal between the compensation and treasure.
I hope you've no objections to the job.
Understood.
Thank you. You're bound for Belega Corridor. It's only a short distance away from here.
This one's important.
It's here. Just think of the goodies that might be hiding inside. And right there's a labyrinth.
If you don't have a way there, I'll lend you my carriage. Not the kind of trip you'll want to make on foot. You can leave the city through the large gate south of the central street. Don't die out there now. The monster of Beliga Corridor, right? I bet an informant would know something about it. Hunting outside the city is a good idea, but don't forget our mission is in the Grand Cathedral. To get there, you can exit from the large south gate or speak with me. I'll for you a carriage. Okay, so the Chevalier took Kia to the dungeon.
Porque os guias da dungeon ajudam sempre com cenas, como por exemplo o Recommended Characters to Bring. O protagonista vai estar de 5.
What now?
Ele já está até. Vamos ver se ele está com a melhor cena, ok? O Stroll vai de Warrior, já está, way ahead. E a Hulkenberg vai de Knight, também já está, way ahead. Since the boss is ok. Porra, eu odeio quando guias contradizem a si próprio, porque vamos ao guia do como fazer o jogo a 100% com o calendário recomendável. Aqui está a dizer, faz a missão neste dia. Let's wake up, head to Progita. Ok. O guia que está a dizer como fazer as cenas no dia é fazer esta quest agora, mas quando eu vou ao walkthrough da quest está a dizer para eu fazer depois da primeira dungeon a obrigatória. Ou seja, estou-me a contradizer, cara. Not bring major healers, ok. E depois isto esteja lá dentro. Ok. Eu também tenho a cena para o boss, ok, ok. Eu vou à mesma, foda-se. Eu vou seguir o guia principal, que diz que vai agora ao cala-te para sempre, filho da puta. Espera, what? Nani? Olha essa. Vamos gravar aqui e vamos tentar gastar dinheiro. Temos pois
What now?
Tem também aqui o guia da boss fight depois contra o boss do cenário, né?
Alright then.
Só deixa eu ver aqui só as skills.
You're not getting off the hook for that.
Eu gravei, por isso vamos trocar por agora o Mac por Money. Isso é mais fácil. Eu gravei, por isso foda-se.
Looking to sell.
Vamos a todo o Mac que temos por um dinheirito. E agora vamos a lojas. Vamos a qual loja? Vamos se calhar. Deixa só. Vou ficar por aqui neste vídeo, pessoal. E já faço outro agora. Peace.